Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today we're here with the first comparison video I've done in a while, and that will be a runecrafting one comparing lava runecrafting to nature runecrafting. So this isn't going to be as much of a guide as it is going to be comparing the two methods. If you guys need guides on either of the two methods, you can find them in the description down below to other YouTubers who have made videos on them. This video, however, is going to be more so comparing the two methods and overall which one is more efficient for you. Now, if you are unaware so far and have no clue as to really why we're comparing the two, nature runes are unlocked at level 44 runecrafting, and they are actually pretty much the most profitable rune to craft and the most common rune to craft for profit for most players within the game. On top of that, at level 91 runecrafting, you're able to get double nature runes, which is also a really nice method considering that you're going to be able to make an insane amount of money doing something that also gains you XP. Now with that said, lava runes are unlocked at level 23 runecrafting. However, you do need a lot of resources to try to make these runes. You don't make any profit off of it, and you actually lose a little over 100k per hour depending on what level you're doing it at. So with that said, there are a ton of different levels to compare these at, considering you do get rune pouches along the way, which changes the comparison. But with that said, let's go ahead and get on into it, and we will start at 44 runecrafting. So starting off at level 44 runecrafting, with nature runes, you will only be using 2 pouches at the time, and that will be the small and medium pouch. In total, this will allow you another 9 extra runes per trip, but basically you'll be doing about 60 trips per hour, and you'll be crafting around 2100 nature runes on average. Now this does yield a profit of 441k GP, and you get a little bit of XP at 19k per hour. It's definitely very grindy at these levels, but it is something that you do make money off of. Now moving on to lava runes at level 44, obviously you'll be using the same 2 pouches, and the trips per hour here is really where the difference happens. The fire rift is so close to the duel arena teleport that this allows you to have just an insane amount of trips per hour, and you guys will see that going forward. But basically with this, you guys can craft 4.6 thousand per hour, and this does come at a cost of around 110k. Now you may be wondering what this cost is exactly. It mostly comes in the form of earth runes that you have to use on the altar, the pure essence that you're using initially, and the fact that lava runes don't really cost any money. On top of that, you do also have to factor in the cost of rings of dueling and binding necklaces and astral runes, all of which kind of add up over time. Now with that said, while you do lose 110k, you do get 49k XP per hour, which is definitely a huge step up from the 19k we saw previously. So overall, what you're looking at is 110k GP per hour loss with lava runes compared to the 441k that you'll be gaining at nature runes, and on top of that, the XP per hour for lava runes is 30k higher than nature runes, which is definitely significant. Now overall, what this means basically is that if you were able to make over 768k per hour, it is worth it for you to do lava runes instead of natures, as the time that you will save will be more beneficial doing something else, say for instance Zora, rather than crafting nature runes for profit. So now moving on to level 50, a lot of the themes that you guys will see here will stay relatively the same, however the stats will change according to level. So at level 50 you do unlock the large pouch, which allows you to carry another 9 rune essence. Now this is obviously going to be more beneficial for nature runes considering you don't bank as much, so being able to carry more is definitely something that is a plus. With that said, the 60 trips per hour stays the same, and on top of that you are able to craft almost 2.6 thousand now at level 50. So with the 2.6 thousand, you're able to make 542k per hour and gain approximately 23.2k XP per hour. Small step up from level 44, but definitely one that is nice. Now at level 50 with lava rune crafting, you guys can expect to still do 133 trips per hour, and overall you'll be crafting around 5.5k essence, which is absolutely insane. The cost still here comes in at 115k per hour, and your XP hops up to 57k. So the overall comparison here does very well mimic what we had at 44. As you guys can see, there is a slight increase in the lava rune cost, but a pretty hefty increase in regards to nature rune, and on top of that, the XP differences are obviously going to be substantial as they were before. What it ends up coming out to is if you were able to make more than 992k, so practically a mil per hour, it is still worth it for you to do lava runes over nature runes at level 50 rune crafting. Now moving on to 75 rune crafting, you do unlock the giant pouch, which allows you to hold another 12 in your inventory, and this is where nature runes really take a step up, considering, as I said earlier, you don't bank as much. The extra slots definitely do help a lot more with nature runes. Now here you'll be crafting around 3200 nature runes per hour, which is definitely really nice. In total, you'll be making close to 700k, which is actually a pretty viable method as far as money making goes, and to do it while gaining a skill is definitely enjoyable. On top of that, at level 75 and upwards, you are able to gain 28k XP per hour in runecrafting. Now moving on to lava runes at level 75, you obviously are going to be able to make more with the added addition of the giant pouch, and in total you can get around 6.3 thousand crafted per hour. Now this does come at a cost of 120k, and you do gain 66k XP per hour. Now this is where it's a little debatable. You can definitely gain more, upwards of 70 to 72, close to 75 maybe if you're an absolute god, but those are really click efficient methods, and really just you have to get used to the skill. Overall, for average, I would say most people are probably going to be doing around more near 66k per hour. The gap between lava runes and nature runes, while it is increasing as far as XP per hour, it's decreasing as far as a ratio. So basically, as you get higher and higher into runecrafting, it becomes more time efficient to make nature runes, and as you get higher and higher in runecrafting, you'll be making more and more money per hour with nature runes. Now, with that said, at level 75, if you can make more than 1.2 mil per hour, it is still viable to make lava runes, which is why I think a lot of people should probably be doing it to 90. I mean, anyone that's willing to get upwards of 75 runecrafting probably can do other methods within the game, or may be willing, and so for most people, it's probably still viable to do lava runes at this point. So at level 91, that's when you unlock the big goal that everyone's been looking for. You hit the double nature runes. You got 2 runes for each one you've been getting before, and this is where the real profit starts to turn in. Basically, you're able to craft the same amount. You have all the same unlocks, of course, but with now you were able to gain over 1.3 per hour as far as GP is concerned, which is absolutely insane for a skilling method. What you're looking at overall is you're looking at a difference of 1.5 mil GP per hour depending on which method you do, and obviously you're going to have the same XP rates as before, but there is going to be that determining factor of how much you're actually spending. And overall, what it looks like is if you are able to make more than 2.4 mil per hour, then it is worth it for you to do lavas over nature runes after level 91 runecrafting. Now, for people that are able to do raids, this is attainable. For most other people, I'd say it's probably not something you'll be able to do. So if you're a really high level and you're able to do stuff like raids, I'd say go ahead and do lavas. It's going to be worth your time. But if you're someone that's doing stuff like Zora, it's definitely something you may want to consider doing nature runes rather than lavas. Even though natures do take a while, the added money that you get is definitely going to be worth it in the long run. So with that said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like. I just got it back into the comparisons, and I really definitely enjoy doing them. So if you guys have any that you would like me to do, make sure to comment them down below, and I will take them into consideration. Hopefully the video was helpful for you, though. If it was, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for future content. But with that said, hopefully you guys have a wonderful day, and